Hey y'all, welcome back and stay tuned if you want to see how I turn those pants into this. So first what I want to start off is I wanted to see exactly where I wanted to cut them and how short I wanted it to be. And then I went and got my marker and marked exactly where I wanted to mark it off to cut it from. So at this point I went and got my hot tool, and this basically just to help me mark off where I want it to go. And this thing also gets super hot. And also, don't worry about my ashy hand. Worry about your own self. But anyways, I just got this to help me try to cut through those thick jeans because I didn't want to just use my scissors because they were gonna be hurting my hand too much, and I ain't got time for all that. But yeah, I'm just cutting and cutting with that tool, and you have to be real careful with that thing. So this is me once I had got it open from the front, and you can see the lining at the back as well. So I turned it on that side to get as much as I could on that side too. So actually once I get done with this, I'm not going to actually just cut the whole thing with it, even though it may look that way, but I'm getting it as thin as I can just so when I get my scissors I can just go through and just do a quick cut of it. Okay, so now I've cut them up, and I'm looking at it to see if this is the size and the length that I want. And I am happy with this, so I'm going to go ahead and turn these pants into a skirt. I knew I wanted to do a skirt with it. So now I was trying to see, okay, what could I do for the top? And then I noticed that I do have those two big pocket parts. And I was like, okay, I can make this a tube top. So at this point, I'm just laying everything out, trying to get all my ideas together to see how I'm going to do the bottom of the skirt. And then honestly, I just decided to do some ruffles on the bottom of the skirt. So I cut off those little scripts, and that's what you see. So I ended up pinning it up. You actually have to fold it and put the pin in for the fold to stay. And this is how you would achieve that ruffled look at the bottom of the skirt. So this is what I'm doing now. That's all I'm showing you on this part. See. So now I'm undoing it so you can actually see exactly how it will look once you're done. All right, so at this point, I'm going ahead and I'm sewing it together. And if you are a beginner sewer or somebody who don't know anything about sewing, you can, if your pins are facing that way, you can sew on top of it and it won't cause any damage to it. And this way, I'm just showing you exactly how nothing is wrong. Those are great stitches. I sewed over it, nothing will happen to it. That's just to help keep its place. Yep. All right, so now I've achieved the look of the skirt that I was going for, and I'm just looking to see if I like it and did I want to add anything or not. And I decided that's perfect just the way it is. I love the skirt like that. So now I'm looking at, I have to do my tube top. And then I also have enough fabric as well to do a purse, so I will be doing a matching purse as well. So now this is the part where I kind of marked where I wanted my tube top to be cut and how tight I wanted it to fit at the top. So then after that, I just sewed the back of it just to get the part that I wanted to get. And after this, I wanted the bottom to be like a clean finished look. So I took the bottom of those pants and I'm going to sew it to the bottom of my tube top. And I also did a finisher at the top of that tube top as well, just so it can have a more clean look. And this is me showing you how I sewed that bottom on the tube top. So now this is the purse that I'm doing, and it's inside out right now because if you're a sewer, you know that you sew right sides together. And now I'm showing you how I sewed the purse up, and I'm just basically pulling the purse out. So this is the finished look of that purse. I'm going to add my scrap to it next, and I just clamped it in from sewing those clamps on the sides of it. So yeah, just a simple little look. And this is the finished product. Definitely in love with it. I ended up doing a yellow zipper on the back of my tube top because I just like color for some reason. I could have did white, I could have did gray, could have did black, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted a color on there. I don't know why I do that, but I just do. I love adding a random color zipper on my clothes that I do. It's just my thing. Everybody has their signature thing, and that is mine. But look at it though. Like, don't that yellow give it like a good look? Look, it's like a pop. Like, I love that. And yeah, this is the finished result. Stay tuned if you want to see me style it.